Hello, welcome
Welcome.
to the long-awaited official Real Deal review of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Spoilers.
Aplenty. It's real. The day came.
This is what libertarians say. This is what they mean when they say let the market decide. This is the only time it's ever made a decision.
It's honestly very true. It's like it's an unprecedented fan-driven
Movement.
process. Yeah, movement that was like just the greatest win in the history of movie
Do you
fandom.
do you think this is this is good in the moment right now. Do you think this is ultimately going to lead to some bad stuff one day?
I don't know that this something of this scale can ever happen again. You
I
know,
mean,
like maybe. I mean, you
it,
can't ever say never, but I don't think that the air cut of Suicide Squad is going to happen because of this.
no, but not enough people want that. And there's
Exactly.
no like the bones of we could see the bones of Justice League and we
Hmm.
could tell that the bones were good.
Yeah.
The bones of Suicide Squad aren't good. There's
Well, the thing is,
inherent problems.
what else exists like this, where where a 2 hour version of something exists where the general public knows for a fact that double the story, like twice the story exists, and half the movie was cut out, and the other half was changed by a different
Maybe
guy.
maybe like the Hobbit movies. Not exactly like that, but I mean, there's still a 4-hour cut of each Hobbit movie. How they turned one book into
Into 12
three
hours.
4-hour long movies, I'll never know.
Yeah, I haven't watched those yet.
I have them, and I actually I did a little Denis Villeneuve uh, triple feature today. It
How'd that go?
was
Just the
awesome.
best, the greatest day. Yeah.
It was great. But I scrolled past my like recent purchases and I bought both extended cuts of the LOTR trilogy and then the new one,
Hmm.
which I haven't even seen the last two Hobbit movies. I only saw the first one.
Oh, really? I mean,
Yeah.
they're not as good as the first one, but apparently that's what they've solved with these recuts. We should talk about Justice League. We're getting off
But
here.
anyway, but yeah, like I wonder if this is an unprecedented thing. Like, is this going to be good for storytellers, or is it going to,
You'd
like
imagine yes, but like Zack Snyder is such a unique storyteller that I don't know that this something like this there's no need for this generally because
well, you Warner Brothers used to be considered the like filmmakers studio. That's why Clint
yeah,
Eastwood was with them for like 50 years. And Christopher Nolan was with them. This his whole career was with
yeah,
Warner Brothers.
it's
Ben
true.
Affleck, his whole career was with Warner Brothers. So it's like something happened. Clearly there's some toxicity happening over there.
Hmm.
Um where they're not allowing that. And I'm just so like before we get into the actual content of the movie, I'm so curious what they saw, the executives saw that made them go, "Hold up, you're you got to stop. You're done."
And what made them see what Joss Whedon did and think now we're talking.
Yeah, I, I don't get it.
It
And here's the
makes
thing. Here's the thing. There's no way the movie that we saw on HBO Max this weekend. There's no way that could be put in theaters.
no.
No
And
way in
that's
hell.
that is like kind of the only way you can look at it.
But no, I feel like there is a way to have made that an under 3 hour movie.
100%. And at the same time, 20 minute that entire epilogue is new, right?
Uh, like half of it is, yeah.
After the scene with Clark and Bruce. It's like
Yes,
the Martian Manhunter scene and the nightmare
and the
scene is
nightmare. Those
new.
are new.
So without those and with some
Some
slow-mo
trimming.
trimmed, yeah, then it easily could have been
Basically
3 hours.
every scene has a little bit of fat. There's a bunch of scenes that I was never bored, but there was a lot of scenes where I was like, oh, this is like 2 minutes. longer than it needs to be. This
Yeah,
part.
there's active there's moments where you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I see. But then
Do
there's
you,
moments where it's like, how the fuck was I supposed to know what was happening without this?
right.
How the fuck did we watch this movie without this part?
So I think there could have been a compromise. Hey, we know you filmed 4 hours worth of movie. You got 245. Make it be 245,
Yeah.
and then we'll be good.
Was the tone was the other thing.
What
They
is, dude? What is wrong with the tone? What
I don't know.
it's? I mean, obviously it got. I bet you the violence got ramped up because of the HBO
HBO
Max
Max
thing,
for sure.
but it would not have been as brutal theatrically.
No.
I don't think the movie is that dark.
I don't either. I think it's still funny. It still has like it's more hopeful than
Yes.
BVS.
And without, I mean, Superman doesn't even come into the movie for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So you don't get any of the like whiny BVS Superman
Yeah.
at all. All the other
It's
characters are Batman's supposed to be dark.
mm-hmm.
Aquaman is established himself
And
as
he's
kind of a
not. Batman
dick.
is not dark. He's the one who's
Not
like
really.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's really the beautiful part of this story is looking at who he was in BVS, right?
Right.
20 years in Gotham. He's seen it all except for Superman. And now his just like he's fucking furious.
Right.
And now what has happened with him and Clark is like what he needed to drive him from protecting Gotham to protecting the world.
And protecting Gotham almost begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Like
I'm doing this because I fucking have to at this point. Everybody keeps
and it
dying.
doesn't fucking work.
Yeah. And he's
How many
finally
Yeah.
20 years later able to be like, you know what? I think I need to find some other people and just protect the whole world. and like that's so like beautiful when you look at just think about Batman and the fucking Whedon cut opening with a weird interrogation scene where some fucking
Dude.
2-bit crook criminal guy happens to know all like what about the parademons and Batman doesn't.
Dude. That scene is brutality.
It's
It is the
insane.
rise of brutality.
It's insane. So like that alone is like okay, I'll watch 4 hours of that.
Right. And so let's just go down the line. Batman is different. He's not as grim and dark. He has a couple little quips, but he's not joking around like he was like something's bleeding all right.
Yeah.
You know, like all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's the same basically. Her character is locked in at this point.
Yeah, she has
Her
everything she needs in Wonder Woman the movie. So it's like he was just like, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing that, and that shows.
Aquaman.
One thing that bothered me. She's been alive for how old is she?
She's like 4,000 years old.
Yeah, I think she knows how to make tea, Alfred. I don't think you need to mansplain tea from her. I know you're British and it's like your thing, but I'm pretty sure she knows how to make tea after 5,000 years.
Well, they're very protective of their tea, you know.
I guess so.
You should know. You get it.
I do, but
You're an Anglophile now.
That's true.
You should be on Alfred's team. Anyway,
I just feel like she knows what she's doing.
So then we got the Aquaman stuff. Mm-hmm. Very different from the Aquaman movie. They're still doing the bubble to talk to each other. Willem Dafoe.
I love that they're just chirping at each other without the bubble.
You like
in dolphin.
Did you watch it with subtitles?
Of course, I watch everything with subtitles.
It says trilling.
Love that.
I loved that.
They're trill as fuck.
But Willem Dafoe, definitely a different kind of version of his character.
Yeah, big time.
I actually kind of dug it more.
Yeah, I mean, I really like both iterations of it. I watched Aquaman again last night. And
no, he was good in both, but I think he was kind of like grander.
For sure.
In this. Mira having an accent.
Weird.
Out of nowhere.
I think that works better.
No, it worked
to me.
I liked it, but
the accent makes more sense. She's royal, right?
When I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, does she have an accent in Aquaman?"
Yeah, I couldn't.
Like, she definitely doesn't.
Not at all. She shows up and she's like, "Hey, I need your help."
Beat my husband's ass.
Yeah.
But he's mostly the same. Like he's a douchebag with a heart of gold, which I love.
Dude, he's so fucking good.
He's awesome.
He's the casting of the century. Did Zack Snyder cast him?
Yes, he is. Zack Snyder is brilliant. If he's brilliant in anything, it's splash panels brought to life and casting.
Dude,
Minus
Momoa
mi-
is
min-
unbeatable.
minus Jesse Eisenberg. That's his one
Yeah.
one bugaboo.
I like to think Warner Brothers did that one. Maybe
They forced it, maybe. Yeah.
that was them. Dude,
Flash.
Momoa will never be beat as Aquaman.
No, it's genius.
Genius.
Make him a Pacific Islander.
No brainer. No brains needed, yet they were all there
Right.
for that one.
I also love that they didn't like change his father's lighthouse to like Hawaii. They kept him in New England, which
Fuck
is
yeah.
which is amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. Flash,
Incredible.
we get a bunch of extra. Well, all right. We'll talk about the Speed Force later. But I found Flash to like I was annoyed by him in the Whedon cut.
In the Whedon cut, yeah.
He's like a jokey, like he's jokey in this still, but in like a nervous way.
I believe it.
Yeah.
You
Whereas
can
before, like
look
go
at
ahead.
who he is as a person
Mhm.
and like put him in any of those situations, and you 100% believe that that's what would be happening.
Right.
With Whedon, it was like like satire.
Right. Well, accidentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff was great. All of the slow-mo saving Iris scene was great.
Amazing. Other than the close-up sesame seed.
Yeah, that was and until you get the payoff for the hot dog, I was like,
yeah.
why?
That, dude, that is Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
In that
sure.
moment, I was like,
why
am I looking at a hot dog? And 2 minutes later, I was like, the hot dog was dope. That is like
up.
to me the epitome of Zack Snyder storytelling, where it's 3 hours of why am I watching this? Why is this happening? And an hour of I'm so glad I saw all that so that this works this way.
Dom was saying he thought that he was gonna be doing that prank where he puts hot dogs in people's pockets.
That would have been good.
Which would have been pretty good too.
I just like to think. I think about the like the action part of the script for that scene and be like, and then the driver drops his burger, close up sesame seed, slow mo, pan out, iris crack. Like,
if it's not in the script, somebody definitely had to storyboard it
for sure.
You know,
like a drawing of a sesame seed, just close as fuck.
He's like, hey Dave, can you do the previs on the sesame seed?
Zach, can we get your approval on these mocks of the sesame seed? Looks incredible, guys. Thank you so much.
This is the only scene that Warner Brothers execs saw, and they're like, how much are we spending on this sesame seed?
Yeah, what are we doing? Maybe this is the one he showed them to get this approved. They're like, holy shit, this.
All right, I'm gonna show you this sequence, and these are the only dailies we have completed. So, yeah.
That was just such a nice little moment though, because
it was nice.
Everybody got their thing this time around.
And truly like a criticism of mine, certainly saying, I don't think they need to follow the Marvel story method of being funny and lighthearted in family movies, but certainly the DCEU leaves a lot to be desired in terms of building up characters to a big team movie.
Sure.
And the Snyder Cut actually largely delivered a lot of origin / character moments, and that's why you really do need the 4 hours to get all of that condensed into one movie.
That was my problem with Birds of Prey, was like both how long it took them to team up, and when they did, it was like, why are you teaming up?
I mean, it was like they only teamed up to survive out of the Funhouse thing at the end.
And with this, it was like when they finally got together, you're just like, yeah,
right,
all right.
Honestly,
and then Aquaman comes in, and then you get the big Superman moment later. Loved it.
So we'll get to the heart of the movie, as Zack Snyder's been saying, is Ray Fisher's Cyborg.
Amazing.
And I think it's criminal. Josh Whedon should be charged with a crime.
I agree.
For cutting and I you have to,
Misdemeanor at minimum,
oh, for sure. He needs to be doing some community service.
for sure.
Um, you have to wonder, especially now that all the stuff has come out, how much of his story was cut for personal reasons, aside from just the time demands that Warner Brothers put on the movie. Um, there's the whole reason for everything, the plot moving along has to do with him.
His cyborg, like his origin,
Mm-hmm.
his
I mean, he's part of the MacGuffin. He is a mother box,
yeah.
and all of the great character stuff aside, like you need his story to move the larger story ahead, and it's like stuff just happens in the Whedon cut for they just happen.
I never understood where they were in the Whedon cut ever.
Right.
I like the locations. It was just like, well, where's this?
Well,
And
yeah,
that,
you see in every movie it's called out of establishing shots
yeah,
where they like, all right, we're gonna change the setting. We're gonna show you the setting for 3 seconds, and then the action in the setting.
yeah.
They don't do that ever.
It never happens.
I don't know, like the stupid Russian family. Like,
Don't get me started on the fucking Russians.
replace all those scenes with Ray Fisher scenes, and then we
Yeah.
can have a conversation.
Yeah.
But man, it's frustrating now knowing what it was supposed to be. You really understand why Ray Fisher's upset.
Absolutely. And you read all this stuff about Zach fighting for Jon Stewart to be in the movie,
Yeah.
and WB saying no, you can't have that, and he's just trying to get people of color involved.
Well,
Ryan Choi's in the fucking movie,
I know.
and taking over Star Labs. He's setting up a fucking Asian American superhero, and of course that's the other thing that's the other entire plot line that's removed.
Yeah.
It looks
I understand.
terrible.
I understand them cutting Jon Stewart because he's Warner Brother. Like, freaking Jeff Johns has his head up his ass because he loves Hal Jordan. Jon Stewart is the Green Lantern that people know because of the Justice League cartoon. So I understand it
backwards with
I
Hal
understand. I understand Warner Brothers being like, hold on to John. We are actually gonna. We have plans for John.
We have a plan is a logical response,
Right.
but like it's fucking Justice League without a Green Lantern to begin with,
That's true.
which Zach
like
was trying to remedy.
It's like Mortal Kombat without Johnny Cage.
Absolutely. But they got something cut for that. They're going to be fine. But it's sick that they worked Martian Manhunter in there. It raises some questions to what he was doing when they were fighting, because
he was like I know there's going to be fire there. I can't go.
I cannot go.
There's fire.
He was on his way and he saw some fire and he was like, nope.
I got some of
grandma's piss right there.
Piss, yeah. It's actually a rock star.
Ew, that's worse than grandma's piss, maybe.
What else we got?
Steppenwolf.
Dude, he rocked. He
had a reason to do that this whole time, and they couldn't just tell us.
And I love this is like a new villain motivation. I want to impress my boss.
He got fired.
Everyone can relate to this guy's motivation.
Straight up. He fucked up. He made a mistake. He wants his job back.
He went behind Michael's back, talked to Jan,
tried to get him fired.
And now he's doing his laundry.
Yeah. Yeah, Desaad really had fucking Andy Bernard vibes.
Oh, he definitely had some
he's a snitch, man.
Some Bernard energy.
He's a pussy.
Desaad's like he goes, I found 2 of the mother boxes. Call back when you have 3.
Yeah. Then he hangs up and he's like, I found 2 of the mother boxes. So sad. I'm working on the 3rd. Yeah, Cyborg and the fucking Unity in the end.
Oh, dude.
And then, I could have used an hour more Superman, but what can you do?
Well, then this weekend there's been a million Zack Snyder quotes and stories that have come out over the weekend. he was saying that Justice League 3 was going to be Man of Steel 2.
Oh my
And this is
God.
what we're talking about when we're saying there's no plan. The real issue is like a lot of the Superman stuff in particular is unearned.
Sure.
He shouldn't have died in the second movie.
No, and that's think about
And
how much this would have benefited if it was just Man of Steel 2, BVS, Justice League.
right. And you're the whole movie they're like people are mourning, everyone's sad, there's S's everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
he was on trial in the last
I
movie.
know. Everybody hated him,
They
including
they
the guy
hated
that
him.
fucking killed the guy that's mourning him.
Yeah.
The Batman that's doing everything is because
For two
15 minutes
movies.
ago he was fighting him.
For 2 movies, nobody liked him.
Yeah. Superman died right after Batman tried to kill him.
And arguably Zod did more damage than Doomsday did.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
why would they mourn him after Doomsday and not celebrate him after Zod?
Hey man, you never know what you got till it's gone. That's part of it, you know.
I guess,
Also,
but like,
opening with like Lois bringing the cop coffee
yeah,
was kind of like,
I know.
but that
Two
was Jimmy
years,
Olsen
two, 2 or 3 years ago, we would have had a yeah. That was from the
from
Donner.
Donner Superman. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, 2 years ago it would have been like Lois. That was pretty
that's
nice to do.
nice.
You know, we understand he's like protecting your boyfriend's monument. It makes sense, but now it's just like you raggedy. You wrong for that one.
But it pays off, and I was like, why is
Does.
she doing this? And you really get the pay, and it's a lot. But dude, here's the thing that that is remains from the Whedon cut. Using everyone's real name, man, around people.
Oh my god.
Yelling Bruce, yelling Clark.
You dress like a bat, huh? In the first
Dude,
scene
in
with Aquaman,
front
it's
of
like, dude, shut the fuck
in
up.
front of everyone.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know
You're
they're
either
Icelandic, but
yeah.
one of them for sure knows what you're saying.
Yeah.
I keep the secret for 20 years. Can you shut the fuck up?
Bruce Wayne used it's like him using his real name when he's talking to people, like talking about putting a team together. I'm Bruce Wayne, I'm putting a team together. Come on, man.
It would be local news, like
That-
breaking news: Bruce Wayne
yeah.
putting a team together. Yeah,
It's like
that
when James
I don't
Bond
like.
just is down to call himself James Bond in front of everybody.
Yeah,
He's a
straight up.
secret agent, uses his real name everywhere.
I think
Even Austin Powers used Richie Cunningham.
that is true. He's smart. I think the benefit of this not being canon is
Oh, it's canon.
the sequel ideas are insane.
No, well, all right. Before I saw the movie, I would say they are. And you know me, I hate injustice. I hate anytime Superman is a bad guy.
Mhm.
I don't hate I I don't like the idea of him snapping cuz Lois is killed.
But that's not what happened. It's the
Right.
anti-life equation.
It's dark side using the anti-life equation on him. That's different. And I'm open to that.
It is
Especially
different, but I just give me a fucking
a
good
regular ass
Superman.
movie.
Yes, just
I
Superman
agree.
being like, "I'll help
Right, I agree.
for 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours."
100%. I agree. I think that this movie can be canon, and whatever they do next is just something new. He can have new ideas.
That'd be great.
I would love it if this were restored in canon because it would just make the last 5 years not a waste.
Yeah,
And I know Warner Brothers is like constantly trying to play catch up with Marvel. Like they're saying they want to do their own thing, but like, come on, you want to do their thing.
you're lying.
I do wonder. I know Flashpoint has already started production. I wonder if the reaction to the Snyder Cut is going to have any effect on story elements in Flashpoint.
I imagine it has to, just because of like immediate reception to the theatrical cut was like, "This sucks. No, thank you."
Right.
So I feel like Flashpoint, the reason for its kind of development hell is let's get out of this. Let's get
Well,
ourselves out of this.
also, I'm sure Warner Brothers was like wringing the neck of every director and writer that they were bringing into the project,
For sure.
and they were just like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's another big problem is Warner Brothers is too afraid to stick to their plans. Like every movie is a reaction to the reaction of the
Straight
movie that
up.
came before it. BVS, they made sure that there were no civilians around because everyone was complaining about Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Justice League, they threw in the dumpster because nobody liked BVS,
Mhm.
which I think is turning around. I think it's the movie's aged better than
Movie fucking rocks.
it does rock. And we will get to the part 3
Yeah.
eventually. And then Flashpoint is just constantly a reaction to negative
Yeah.
DC things where they're like, all right, we're going to change the whole universe now. We got this movie. And
And the only guy who's proven to have no fear is Zack Snyder.
straight up, man.
And it shows in this work of art.
Thomas from Foundation, he goes, so what'd you think of it? And I go, is masterpiece too big of a word? Is it?
It's amazing. I mean, for what it is, it is so grand and beautiful and crazy and
I
like
felt like and this is like maybe a bad comparison, but I felt like I was watching Braveheart. It felt like that kind of movie.
Braveheart. Braveheart's 3 hours long, right?
Yes.
Third hour, I'm over it.
No, the end is amazing.
The N word? No, it's not.
Yes, it is, dude.
It's fake. It
when
never
Robert the-
happened. It's a
when
lie.
Robert the Bruce puts the thing in the scarf thing in his armor and has a change of heart and is like, bleed with me, dogs.
It's a lie.
I know it's not real. None of it's real.
Fictional. Justice League is real, and that's why it's better than Braveheart.
I'm just saying the tone is like it feels bigger. It feels like fucking Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, it's epic as fuck. Like everything that was condensed is better.
Yes.
And in this
everything
case,
that's new is better.
Everything that's new is better. It makes no sense what anybody was thinking by removing any of this.
Why the fuck did they cut the Speed Force?
Dude, all right, let's just talk about that. Right in the beginning, he's like, this is what I do. This is what I can do. It's called the Speed Force. I don't do it. That's all it took. I'm so impressed that Zach, that was it. That was all he did in terms of like, he didn't take an old lady and follow her for an hour and
Right.
for him to learn some lesson. It was just like, this is really dangerous, so this is why I don't do it. And then when it got to that time,
oh my god. And they also planted the seed with what he says when he sees his dad, and where he says, you're living in the past, man. You're running in place. You need to go build a future. And then the moment they lose, the Justice League loses for a second.
It's true.
And he just says, it's all right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. And in the end, it wasn't, power that won the fight. It was Cyborg. What he saw was his curse. He, in that moment, was like, nope, this is my gift, and I'm the only one who can do this.
And I'm not alone.
And Barry was like, well, it's the same thing for me. And if I don't do this, the world is over. In this fucking incredible scene where everything's about his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And that just amplifies his whole shit 10,000 times right there. And we see the Speed Force in the greatest way it's ever been used in live action entertainment.
I can't wait. Yet. I hope Flashpoint has the cosmic treadmill. It has to.
It will, 100%.
And it's just so cool. And then you don't get the parademons killing him like it's fucking Lion King.
Yeah.
You get Wonder Woman.
Dude, the combo?
Dude, straight up.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Insane.
Aquaman stabbing him from behind, and then you get Superman punching him off the trident.
Superman punching him fucking 100-yard field goal.
And then you get Wonder Woman lobbing his goddamn head off.
Yeah. His cap was detated from his head.
Landing right at Darkseid's feet.
And then they're just looking at him like,
Yeah.
What? We're coming in or what? And he was like, maybe
I
later.
thought one really cool element that was added was that the whole reason they didn't invade Earth before was because they were afraid of Superman.
Dude, the bell
That
has been
is
rung.
that is so cool.
It's that they said he
Yeah,
set it up in fucking BVS. The bell has been rung.
dude.
It was him
That
dying.
this movie is fucking so good.
It's genius.
That's I, I've watched. Have you watched it again? I've watched it
I
twice.
am not. I might do it tonight, but I have a ton of free time this week, so I'll be playing
Yeah,
Yakuza Like a Dragon and watching Justice League a couple more times.
we're gonna talk about this some more in future episodes. I'm sure because it seems that I feel bad for Falcon and the Winter Soldier because it seems like the news cycle is exclusively Zack Snyder this weekend.
Yeah, but Falcon and Winter Soldier is so good that it's gonna
It
regulate.
rocks,
It'll be
and
fine.
we'll talk about that on another episode. Um, but yeah, I'm sure. I guarantee we're gonna talk more about this because there's 4 hours of fucking movie,
Yeah,
and we're not
a
gonna
lot of
nail
Easter
every.
eggs, a lot of shit to
Yeah, we're not gonna
dig
nail
through.
every detail, but man, I don't fucking get it. I don't. Why trim an hour?
To go back to what I said before about just Zack Snyder's storytelling, like BVS is better because of this already.
Yes. Right.
And this is better
Yes.
because it's finished. I can only imagine what the entire saga would be like finished.
Right.
So it
I
really would be awesome if he got to
I
do
would
his full
just
vision.
I would just like a Zack Snyder directed Batman Joker movie.
Yeah. After that 2 minute scene, Leto full redemption moment.
Straight up, man.
Holy fuck.
With beautifully straightened hair.
Yeah, it did look. It was fresh off the press.
It was clearly in the wind of the San Gabriel Valley, filmed in his
100%.
backyard.
Absolutely.
Uh that scene was great.
It's
And
so good.
he didn't do any weird Ace Ventura shit. He had amazing dialogue. That was the thing. Like the back and forth was great. The line where he says, "Why you would send a boy wonder to do a man's job."
Fucking hey, man. We finally
It was
got it after all
so,
these years.
ah, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel like we were this close to Ben Affleck saying, "I'm the goddamn Batman," but maybe next time. I hope this means more Affleck. I know.
Me too.
I hope it does. I also hope it doesn't undermine, the RPAT movie because I think that looks amazing. But
I mean, that's already the greatest movie I've never seen. So
and
I
I
think
just I feel bad for everyone involved. Like this, I feel like Justice League kind of ruined Ben Affleck's life for a little while.
for sure.
You
But
know?
now that HBO Max exists, I hope that it can become the home for the future of this little pocket universe.
Yeah. Like why can't they do a 5 episode Ben Affleck Batman miniseries? They can.
That's all it'll take.
Absolutely can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you giving it as a score wise?
Um, I think it's got like a 75 still on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not gonna say it's in the 90s or anything like that. I think the movie still has all the fundamental
Like
problems.
out of 10, what do you say? We don't normally do this, but let's start here as like a rating.
It's an 8 out of 10.
8 is great.
It's a movie I'll absolutely watch more. I'll probably
Yeah.
watch it again this week. It's a movie that even if I don't want to watch all 4 hours, I can watch 10 awesome minutes in the middle of my day. And it's also, dude, I was cleaning the living room, um like deep cleaning it, doing the floors and everything, and I
Mm-hmm.
just tossed it on and I could ignore it a little bit, and every time something badass would happen, I'll focus on that for a few minutes. It's a perfect.
It's like the opposite of The Irishman. The
Yeah, nothing
Irishman
else.
felt twice as long as this did.
Why the fuck is everyone given Justice League a hard time for being 4 hours? Almost nothing happens in The Irishman.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember anything from it. I remember the kick scene because it's funny. I remember every
That's
scene in
the
Justice League.
only thing that happens in that movie is Robert De Niro's old ass body kicks this guy, and he's only supposed to be like 30 years old.
I know. Yeah,
So,
if it's something that's 4 hours long and I can remember every single aspect of the story, that's fucking
right.
impressive, and that's a
Straight up.
testament to the movie. It's awesome. 8 out of 10. yeah, I can't. I don't know. Like, it's amazing.
Right. It
It's
is.
amazing.
It's amazing, and
That's what
I
I'll say.
hope I hope that Zack Snyder's having just the best weekend of his life.
Me too.
Like this movie was filmed during the worst time of his life, and I hope that this, we watched the red carpet thing.
Yeah, that was
They're
awesome.
He's great. Him
He's the
and Deborah
coolest guy.
Snyder, they just seem like great people, and I feel
Yeah,
bad that this happened to him, and I'm glad that he gets to win one.
fucking
A
A,
lot
man.
when people get movies taken away from them, they don't get it back,
This is the
So
first of its kind.
yeah,
This does not happen, and it happened.
right.
So thank you, Zach. Congratulations. We can't
And
wait to see more.
congratulations us. We
Straight
we
up.
get this too. This is
Yeah, thank
us.
you to the Twitter people who made release the Snyder Cut trend
Thank you to all the
8 times a week.
toxic fans that bullied $1 billion studio
Straight
into
up.
doing the right thing. All right.
All
Well,
right,
thank
that's
you.
it. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.